This is Thundercats Tiger Flyer with Tygus. This is a vehicle for the 4-inch Thundercats. This is one of the new 2012 vehicles. This guy, he's cool. He's cool for what it is. He doesn't have that much he can do, but he is a nice display piece. He is cool to just put on your shelf and look at, because he's got these nice feet and he can stand up really well. Alright, before we go on to him, let's look at the packaging he comes in. It's the same basic packaging as the Tiger Race or Thunder Racers. Simple, it's decent. There's the Mumra Storm Chaser. That's one of the bigger vehicles. That's one of the 2012 ones. I'm pretty sure it's 2012. It's new. And then the rest of this is the new 4-inch wave. I've reviewed all of these figures: Cloudus, Mumra Transformed, Lion-O version 2, and Panther version 2. All right, let's take a look at what he comes with, or what it comes with. This is the Tiger Flyer. This little, I don't think you can consider this accessory, but it comes off detached. You have to snap it on. But he comes with this Tygus figure. He's a basic 4-inch Thundercats figure. He looks a lot like Tigra. He's a little taller than Lion-O. I'm assuming he's about the same size as Tigra. But toys often do this. They often give away what's coming up in the next season. I mean, this Tygus, I've never heard of him. I know Corey Burton is voicing him. He was the voice of Count Dooku in the Clone Wars. But he looks just like Tigra, except he's a bad guy and he has an eye patch. Kind of seems like something might happen with Tigra. But I could be wrong. Anyway, but I mean, he is a nice figure. He's way better than the all gold Lion-O that comes with the armor. He's got a nice sculpt on his head with a cool, it's not an eye patch, I think it's some type of night vision or something like that. He's got a nice body sculpt, nice armor. I really like the little hood. But I mean, he's pretty basic, nothing flashy. The articulation is just a swivel head, swivel shoulders, a hinge elbow, swivel hips, and a hinge knee. That's it. None of the added bells and whistles when it comes to articulation. So this is a Tiger Lynx figure. As you probably know, all Tiger Lynx, all 4-inch Thundercats come with a magnet in the back, and when you put them into the vehicle and align the magnet up, the vehicle lights up, and some of them make sounds. This one only lights up. Alright, so let's take a look at the actual vehicle. I really like the way it looks. It does look pretty cool. It looks kind of like a pterodactyl, but it does have a bit of a feline quality to it. I'm guessing it's some type of, bigger than a jetpack, but it's not a plane. But I like the mold. It's very basic. It's real choppy and sectiony, and the edges are real sharp. The paint, I really like the paint on it. That's probably my favorite thing about it. It's just a simple. It's not white, but it's a light gray. Then the bottom is this darker grayish. It's kind of like has a little bit of a blue quality to it. And then he's got red trimming all over. So simple but nice. The face is probably my favorite part of the paint job. Alright, so its articulation is pretty much, it just has these feet, which you can fold out like that. And then you can stand real nice, even with the figure in there. So he's nice to have on display like that. And then he also can open his mouth. I don't know, maybe in the show he fires a laser out of there or something. And then with the feet up is supposed to be the, I guess that's the flight mode. Alright, so what this guy can do is this piece will come off. And you can fit Tygus in there. Just look at the magnet on his back and the little slot where the magnet will go. Line it up. And it snaps in there real easy. And then that activates the lights in his eyes. So then you want to put his elbows up and he can grab onto these little handles here. So it's kind of like a, what is it called? Sky? No. When you're basically flying on a kite. And then this piece will connect over him like that. So I mean, it does look better with that piece in it. But if you want to fit, say, Panthro in there, his legs are too big and it won't shut. Even Lion-O was a little hard to get in there because of his armor. But Lion-O's armor, I believe, is mostly removable. At least Wave 2 one is. So like I said, you can put these feet down and he stands up pretty well, even with Tygus in it. One complaint I have is I wish Tygus could look up, because he's just kind of flying looking down. So I wish he had a ball jointed neck and he can look up. I would have even settled for a molded neck that he was looking up and had no articulation at all. I mean, because this figure, he's not good for play on his own. He's pretty much, his only use is flying in this thing. So he doesn't have any firing mechanisms. He has no weapons like that. I believe these are molded and supposed to look like weapons, but they don't function. He came off his little Thunderlinks thing. If he comes off, the lights will go off right away. And the instructions tell you to save energy, to store it, and take him out. So that tells me that the lights will stay on as long as he's in there. Alright, so should you get this figure, or this vehicle? It's up to you. I'm not really a vehicle guy. I pretty much just got this so I could review it with the rest of the figures. I don't have the Thunder Racer or the Thunder Tank, but if you had to choose between him and the Thunder Tank and money was an issue, I would probably pick the Thunder Tank. I personally don't think this was worth the $15 I paid for it. Not because it's lame, just because I personally don't. I'll never get any use out of it. Takes up a decent amount of space. Look at it compared to Panthro. So definitely don't pay any more than retail price. I really wouldn't order this guy online. I just don't think he's worth that much money. I expect more from a vehicle. If I do ever buy a vehicle, I expect it to do a lot more than this. Alright, well, I just reviewed the Armor of Omens for the 4-inch figures. That's up. And the entire new wave of 4-inch figures is up. Cloudus, Mumra 2, Lion-O 2, and Panthro 2. And this 6-inch classics are up as well. And the Cheetara 6-inch. Alright, well, I hope you found this helpful. Until next time, keep collecting.